The Windows Server Update Services Administrative Console provides you with a single point for managing the WSUS. You generate reports, manage updates, and monitor the computer through the console. The left pane in the Update Service console displays all of the WSUS server being administered through the console and the server's status. When you select a server listed in the left pane, the right pane displays information about the status of the server along with a to-do list of recommended actions. When you select each server in the left panes, you're going to find sections that are responsible for different components. These tools and configurations options include the following sections: updates, computers, downstream servers, synchronizations, reports, and options. If you want a more detailed description of these sections, you can go to page 415 to 417 of the book. To use the WSUS software, client computers must be running the Update Automatic Update client. A newer version of the Automatic Updates clients is necessary for some machines to running Windows 2000 and Windows XP to use the WSUS. You must install the automatic updates only on computers running Windows 2000 with Service Pack 2 or earlier, or Windows XP without Service Pack 1. Computer running Server 2003, Vista 7, or Windows Server 2008 doesn't need or don't need to download the newer version. After you have installed the newer client, if necessary, you must configure the automatic updates and specify the download behavior. There are several ways to configure the automatic updates. First, by using a wizard that is automatically displayed 24 hours after automatic updates is initially installed. Second, by using the automatic updates configuration properties page in the control panel. You can also display this page by displaying the system properties. Third, by using the group policy objects in Active Directory environment. And fourth and final, by configuring the registry entries. After you have determined how you will configure the automatic updates, you can control how updates are downloaded and installed. Specifically, you can choose from the following options. First, to be notified before updates are downloaded and again before the downloaded updates are installed. Second, for updates to be downloaded automatically and for the administration user to be notified before updates are installed. That is the one that I recommend. And third, for updates to be downloaded automatically and installed based on the specific schedule that the administrator sets. Finally, you must approve and deploy the updates. In WSUS, approving updates is probably the task you will perform more often because Microsoft usually releases many updates for its products. Using the Update Services console, you can control which updates are applied, which computer receives the updates, and when the updates are distributed. Depending on your needs, you can approve updates by selecting a computer listed under Computers or selecting an update listed under Updates. Both allows you to specify whether you want the updates to apply to all computers, unassigned computers, or any computer group you have created. Microsoft Baseline Security Analyzer, or MBSA for short, is an excellent tool for beginning to analyze your current security posture. It is designed for small to medium businesses. MBSA provides security recommendations from Microsoft and guidance for improving a computer's security posture. It does this by detecting missing security updates and common security holes. With the MBSA, you can analyze a local computer, remote computer, or groups of remote computers. MBSA stands for the Missing Security Updates for a wide area of products. You can find a list of these products in page 421 and 422 of the book. MBSA is a free download from Microsoft and supported for the use with multiple Microsoft operating systems, including Windows Server 2008. MBSA can be used on local computers or to connect to one or more remote computers on your network. You have two options for running MBSA on remote computer, by domain name and by IP address. Like almost every tool in Windows Server 2008, MBSA can be controlled through a graphical tool or through a command line version. The command line version, remember, is the MBSA CLI.x. Keep this in mind for the final, people. After you deploy your Windows Server 2008 network, be proactive in managing your environment by using the tools and utilities available to monitor your system. Your goal is to discover problems before they affect your user and your network. Windows Server 2008 provides a number of utilities for helping with this task. These utilities include the Event Viewer, Reliability and Performance Console, the Network Monitor, the Tasks Manager, and the Disk Management. Let's talk first about the Event Viewer. Windows Server 2008 uses the Windows Event Viewer to record system events that take place, such as security, application, and role-specific events. Active Directory-related events are recorded in the Directory Service Log. The Directory Service Log is created when Active Directory is installed. It logs informational events such as service start and stop messages, errors, and warnings. This log should be the first place you look when you suspect a problem when you are in an Active Directory environment. Event Viewer is accessible from the Server Manager by drilling down to the Diagnostic node or by selecting the Event Viewer from the Administrative Tools folder on the Start menu. Since Event Viewer shows logs for both informational messages and error messages, it is important to monitor for events that can provide indications of overall system health. In the type field of any of the logs files in the Event Viewer, you should monitor and filter on events that indicate warning or stop errors. A warning is indicated by a yellow triangle with an exclamation mark, and a stop error is indicated by a red circle with an X on it. The event details will provide additional information that pertains to possible reasons for the entry, in addition to the resources that can provide possible solutions. When you drill down into the Event Viewer node, you will see the following items or sections. The Custom View. This is a new feature in the Windows Server 2008 Event Viewer, which allows you to create custom views on events that are recorded. By default, a single custom view is created on each Windows Server 2008 computer, and is called the Administrative Events. This collects critical, errors, and warning events from all logs on the server. You can create any number of custom logs on your own. For example, you could create a custom view on an Active Directory domain controller that displays only critical errors from the DNS or the Directory Service Log. This folder also contains custom views that are associated with any installed server role, such as DHCP server, DNS server, Active Directory domain services, and others. Then we have the Windows Logs section. This is the traditional view of the Windows Event Viewer, which sorts events into the following logs: the application logs that record the events associated with software that is installed on the server, the security log, that record events associated with successful or failed access to secure resources on the server, the setup log that is new to Windows Server 2008 and records events associated with server installation, adding and removing server roles, installing application, and more. The system log, which records information associated with the operating system events such as the server restart, issues with services, and others. And finally, the forwarder events, which is also new in Windows Server 2008 and records events that were forwarded to the event viewer on that server. The next section that we have is the application and services. This provides various collection of event viewer entries associated with server hardware, Internet Explorer, and other Windows-based application and components. Another feature, or I should say new feature of Windows Server 2008 Event Viewer is the Windows Event Collector, which allows you to configure a single server as a repository of the Event Viewer information for multiple computers. The Event Viewer servers create and manage subscriptions. That is our last section. These subscriptions are to one or more remote computers. They collect events that match the criteria of an event filter that you define. The Event Collector Services uses the WS Management Protocol to communicate with remote computers and transfer event log information from an event source to the local event log services. Subscription can be either collector initiated, where the destination computer pulls the source computer to pull the relevant information, or source computer initiated, in which each source computer must be configured to push the relevant information to the server that has been configured as the repository.